Andrew Pearce, who was at the time writing for The Times, just took me into one party, and there, as I came in, was Rebecca Brooks, and she said to me, "Oh, Mr. Bryant, it's after dark, shouldn't you be on Clapham Common?" At which her then-husband, Ross Kemp, said, "Shut up, you homophobic cow."
Most people whose private lives become the stuff of a tabloid splash are far too embarrassed to fight back. But the former boss of Formula One did just that. Multi-millionaire Max Mosley had his enjoyment of sadomasochistic sexual pastimes exposed by the news of the world. He sued for the invasion of his privacy and won.
Once it was out, and I was conscious of the fact that everybody walking down the street knew this most intimate thing about me, there was really no point in stopping. And occasionally you think, well, is this worth the trouble? And then you think what they've done to you, and even more important perhaps, you think if you don't do something, they're going to do exactly the same to other people.
So he decided to help others to sue News International over phone hacking.
If an ordinary person brings a case, they've got a mortgage and a house, even if they're very, very unlikely to lose, if they did lose, they might find themselves with a bill of 100, 200, 300,000 pounds. And that takes it out of the reach of a lot of people. So what I've done in some cases, I've said, if you do lose, I'm sure you won't, but if you do, I'll stand behind you, I'll meet that.
So you've been covering people's risks in these cases?
In some cases, yes.
To what financial extent?
Well, if everything went wrong, I'd probably be up for something between £2 and £3 million.
The civil legal actions gradually revealed the names of more News of the World executives involved in phone hacking.
Mr. Coulson, do you have any regrets?
And Andy Coulson resigned, this time from number 10. The pressure was building.
Now the police began a new investigation, and a succession of arrests have followed. And one by one, more and more people have been told that they too were the victims of phone hacking. Until one name changed everything.
13-year-old Millie Dowler went missing on her way home from school 9 years ago. During the search for Millie, the News of the World didn't just hack into her phone. Finding that her voicemail was full, messages were deleted to make room for more.
It crossed a line somewhere in the kind of national consciousness. Well, that's enough. You can do a whole bunch of other stuff, but you can't do that.
Millie's parents were told about the phone hacking by the police just before the recent trial of her killer. They contacted solicitor Mark Lewis.
All of a sudden you could see the real human effect of parents who were clinging on to hope that their daughter was alive. And the News of the World had given them that false hope, given them something to cling on to, that she was alive.
When you start hacking into the phone of a 13-year-old murder victim, even altering the evidence, deleting some of the messages and so on, that suddenly struck people as disgusting. Disgusting. And I think that was the end of it for the Murdoch empire.
News International had started by saying just one rogue journalist was involved. Now they shut down Britain's biggest selling newspaper and put 200 journalists out of work.
Well, as a final tribute to 7.5 million readers, this is for you and for the staff. Thank you.
I thought it was just a despicable act, because there are great journalists and people who, been slaving away in the boiler room there, and they ended up losing their jobs, carrying the can, when frankly it should have been the people at the helm of the ship who should have got into trouble.
But if that was meant to end the crisis for Rupert Murdoch's empire, it spectacularly failed.
Rupert has no idea what to do, how to react, what to say. He lost control of the situation quite a while ago.
Now the British political establishment